Hi everyone, welcome back to an FTC 5795 back to the drawing board video. Today we're going to cover how to CNC. Let's go.
Yeah, call me when you need it late at night. You know I'm sliding. I heard you've been dreaming about.
You're wondering, what is a CNC? So pretty much in FTC, we use a CNC to cut all our custom cut parts. It uses this bit and it carves out a path that we use in CAD to create the shape that we want. To cut that material, we use these little green tabs and then we put them in these metal bars and so it holds on the material.
You know I'm on that time, babe. Let's keep it cool and break it down, break it like some sticky glue. If you bring it free, you better bring two. Pussy tastes sweet like it's tiramisu. You got me doing the most. She jumping the rope to go get it. My hands all over her throat. She steady taking out my fitty. This shit right here pain. She spraying it, thought it didn't rain. The tits in the back, let it bang. She eating, she might get it rain. I'm sorry.
The issue is putting the tabs in, as you can see right here. So we decided to drill in wood screws into our wooden plate to make sure this HDPE plate was stuck to the ground. And the main reason this is because we want to make sure there's no chattering occurring. The bit doesn't break at all, and our cuts come out clean. Because if you see what happens when the plate is not properly flexed, we have a plate right here, and it creates these rugged cuts right here. So making sure that plate has no flex is really important. All that's been completed, we're gonna turn on a machine. So we come over here to our CNC router bit right here, and then we hit the power on button. We're right here. Okay, and you see the machine turn on light on, and this means it's on. If the machine's light is not on, that means the stop brake is here. So if you click the stop brake, it's off, and you turn. And that means it's back on. Okay. Then we come over here to turn off our VFD, and pretty much this VFD is what controls the speed of the bit, so it's auto. So you'll see that turn on, and you want to make sure it's always on auto instead of manual. So it's on auto right now, and once that turns on, you'll see a little light numbers flash over there. It's on. Okay. Then we come over here to our chiller, and this makes sure everything's at full temperature. And let's just turn that on right here, and you'll see a temperature pop up right there. Okay. And the next thing you want to know is you want to make sure there's enough alcohol in the thing. So the alcohol we use it to cool our bit right here. Then the last thing we need to turn on is our air. So the only way that coolant can get to our bit is using these little tubes, and the air is what releases it. So we go here, and right here, with this little red notch here, pull out. And that's what we do. And now we're ready to CNC.
Alright, so now we're going to open the application that we're actually going to do our cutting on. In this case, it's carbide motion since we're using a carbide-based CNC machine, but it can be different for different machines. So we're going to open carbide motion. Alright, now we're going to plug in our CNC cable. Our machine is wired. And then we're going to click connect to cutter. Alright, now we'll initialize the machine, and you'll see the machine move all the way back, and it's going to home itself so that it is ready for our cut.
12 seconds later.
Alright, so now here comes a bit of a challenging part. We're going to zero the machine to our actual stock, which is that black piece right there. So to zero it on there, we have to have two people. Alright, I'm going to be operating the machine using the jog feature. If you come look at this, alright, so I can just use X minus, and this moves, and Y plus, and Z plus, and this actually moves the machine. Alright, and then a Chit over there is going to watch the actual position on the stock. So Chit, will you explain that?
So pretty much what we're our goal right now. So we want to Z the XY to this little corner right here, because that's our home for our cut. So that's the simple part. But when it becomes more difficult when you use Z. So with the Z, we're gonna use a sheet of paper to zero. And so the main thing is we're gonna lower this bit to touch our sheet of paper so that it can slightly move with a little bit of friction. And yeah. So let's go just do that machine now.
Alright, so we're gonna move this over.
Alright, Y plus. Bring it down. Y plus. Top. Go plus. Y plus. Y plus. Y plus. Y plus. Yeah. Over. S. Over. Like that. Doing X, Y first. Okay. Over here. Increment down. Real quick. Go over here. There you go. Move a little bit down. One more. One more. Alright. That increment down, and then move back to me. Alright. Good. And as you can see, that's pretty much right on top of our little corner, and that means that's the home for our cut. Okay. Now, that's the XY.
Alright, now that we did that, we gotta set the 0 on here. So we're gonna keep it in that exact position because we measured it. All right, now we're gonna come over here, we're gonna click set 0. All right, now we're gonna 0 the X and the Y. We're not gonna 0 the Z yet because we haven't done that yet.
So now we're gonna move the bit to the more center of the plate because it's easier to 0 Z. Bring it forward, bring it backward, Rishi. Thank you. That's what we need, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the sheet of paper underneath this thing. Alright, Rishi, bring the thing down, but don't use the fast increment. Keep going down. Increment up. Go no, so increment down will go up. Up a lot. Down. Up. Increment down and up, okay? You see this? So this is what we want. You can see how it's like there's this little bit of tension right here and it creates this thing, but it's not like stopping. So we have 0 and Z now.
Alright, now we'll do the same thing, except now we're gonna 0 the Z. 0 Z. Alright, now that it's done, it is going to initialize itself over here with the bit center. So it's gonna come back and it's gonna hit this little thing. Alright, that's it. Now it's basically zeroed itself. Alright, now you want to actually put the bit that you're going to be using. We cammed it with a 1/8 bit. Alright, and then this is the 1/8 collet. The collet's going to be holding the bit inside there. Alright, and then we're going to put it inside this little nut where it'll sit. And then we put it straight inside our actual CNC spindle. Alright, and then you'll tighten it with your hand. And once you're done with that, you want to make sure it's super duper tight because obviously this is going to be spinning really, really fast. And you don't want any issues to occur. So I'm gonna be tightening this super duper tight. All right, you want to make sure it is not like angled or anything, or else it will snap during the cut. All right, and that's now that our bit is done, we're ready to cut. All right, now we're gonna actually just save our tool paths from our cam. All right, we're done with our cam, and then we're gonna save it into a new file. All right, I'm gonna name it our side plates. All right, and then I'm gonna go into motion. I'm gonna click load new file, and then I'm gonna load it. Here, I'll check top view and make sure I have all the cuts. All right, it looks good, looks beautiful. All right, click done. All right, now that our file is in here, we're gonna go open up the mist in the air so that our cut is ready. So right here on the right is our air, and then on the left is our mist. If you open the air, the mist will automatically open, and you can control it with this valve. You want it to be open enough to where you get a lot of air, but you don't want it to be too open or else it's not focused on the actual bit. You're good. You want to make sure there's enough mist to where it's nice and cool. Alright, once you're done, you want to walk it. You want to make sure it hits the bit. Alright, and then
Complete front setup, and now we're gonna hit start job right here. And then start again. And you'll see it come over to this little area. We're just gonna hold once more. And I'm gonna close this code for safety purposes, okay? So it says tool change required, but since you already inserted a 1/8 tool, we'll say resume. Now it's gonna come form itself. Alright, I'll close it now.
Alright, now you can see the spindle has turned on, which is why we closed it earlier. Alright, and then now if we click start, it will go and start its cut.
And for some machines, if you don't have a VFD like us, the spindle doesn't automatically turn on, and you have to set it on the spindle that Carbide provides or your machine provides. Now everything's on. Our last step is hit resume, and the cut will begin.
Yay!
You've been dreaming about me lately, girl. I'm riding. Tell me that you think about me, 'cause you're on my mind, baby. You ain't gotta check your watch, you know I'm on that time, baby. Let's keep it cool and break it down, break it like some sticky glue. If you bring it free, you better bring two. 'Cause it tastes sweet like it's tiramisu. You got me
So if you come over here, You can see that our bit has accumulated some material on it, which is not a good sign. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn off our spindle and then clear it up. So you come over here. You come over here. So we're gonna turn off the manual, and you'll see the material come off. Okay. And then we're gonna go over to our area. Over here. And we're gonna open this hood up. And my gracious camera will hold this for me. Alright, thank you. And we're over here. Rub our little brass thing on it. And then we're up. So we turn off, once you clean it up, we also turn the air up so this wouldn't happen again. And we go over here. Turn our VFD back onto auto. You'll see the spindle turn back up. And once it reaches its highest sound, you can hit start again. And it will start cutting again. And you can see that no material is accumulating on the bit now because we increased the air. But you can see it's all finished right here. So first we're gonna turn off the misting. So let's turn off the air valve fully. You don't want to touch the misting because without the air valve, the mist can't come out. Now just push this back slightly so it gets out of the way. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go over to this machine back here. All right, and we're gonna move it all the way back to this part. So we're gonna use Y plus, and we're gonna move it back. So it's nice and out of our way. So we can back. And one thing you must do after you clean C, or what we really recommend and want you to do, is vacuum. Like, the fun thing you have to do when you cut, after you cut, is make sure you clean up your mess. Unlike some mainers do, they don't clean up their mess. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on our vacuum, and we're gonna go ahead and vacuum. So yeah.
You got me doing almost. She jumping that rope to go get it. My hands all over.
We're gonna take out the tabs. Since these are like 3 printed tabs, we just slide them off like this. And then since it's drilled in, we're gonna get a screw. We're gonna use this drill right here. Put it to the other side. Put this in if I can get in. We just take out each of these screws in the.
Yeah. Call me when you need it late at night. You know I'm sliding.
Here's our final results. Done. Everything's now done. Let's turn this machine off. Okay? So pretty much reverse order. We started with the air, push this screw back inside, and then you see this little nozzle right here, like snatch, which you can use to zoom in on that. That's what pretty much releases the air. And you don't want to make sure you release it really late all at once because it creates a loud pop and it's really cold. What we're gonna do? Because slightly release it like that, and then let that sit for a little bit, and that's gonna release all your air. So it's gonna be a little bit difficult to carry me now, but that's what's gonna happen. Then we're gonna come up to our chiller. Let's turn chiller off. Okay, CFD, come on down here. CFD gets turned off. And finally, when all is off, you're done cutting, everything's done, let's turn the machine off. The light should turn off, and that's how you cut with your CNC.